So I played a bit and recorded it, and I lost the save. The game must have crashed while I was AFK or something, so I'm a little bit confused. I'm pretty sure this
G'day to
guy
you, officers.
gives me salami.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed.
My friend
What are you
Barry the
doing
Butcher
here?
is stuck on the other side of the waterlock.
Hey,
I'm keeping him company and eating this salami.
here's salami.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Very good stuff. Anything? I wasn't
You know
here to
what
witness
caused
it,
it?
but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Rivershell.
And yeah, it was probably me.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here.
Alright.
Especially a waterlock. The
Got
rest,
some
sure
salami?
thing.
It is salty, it is savory, it is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami more tasty.
Want some too, officer?
Kasragi?
Why not?
Thank you for the salami. So I can open that water lock tomorrow.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, you're very cool.
Yeah,
Bang,
thanks,
bang, bang,
buddy.
bang.
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout brewing.
With Matt.
Don't shoot, officer. Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown?
It's a
Good one,
shakedown.
officer. Ha, you're a funny guy. Now, what can I do for you?
I want his money, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm here to shake you down for some answers.
Then fire away, officer.
Thought game. Interesting. Yeah, I'll try it. 58%. Persuade him to give you some money.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Thank you, Eric. Would you like to support a member of the local
Oh,
police force?
Okay. But why, officer?
Think of it as an
An
investment.
investment? What kind of investment?
Yeah, man, my risk-reward ratio is
I
insane.
guess it can't be any riskier than speculating in exotic derivatives. How much are we talking about here?
10
10
real.
real is a bargain for that kind of investment. You got it, my man.
Oh, so I just got 10 bucks. Yeah, I mean. I didn't want to come here because I didn't have any money to buy stuff off him. What are you where are you from,
Me?
Sileng?
It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All
Okay.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him. You're from the Apricot Suzerainty, aren't you?
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era When the Sea Guy archipelago was colonized by Revachol, it's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Hey, Fred. Ready, master.
That's right, officer. But it's a bad scene for business there. Too many regulations. Extremely bad for an independent local entrepreneur. Hey, why not support this local entrepreneur? You can start by buying a pair of sexy pants or cool sunglasses. Maybe some macaroni?
Yeah, I'll buy
Only
something
the
off you.
coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Oh, I think I will probably try them on. Is there a discount for cool officers?
No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything you want, 50% off.
But did he first mark them up 100%, just so that he could put them on sale?
Yeah, let's ask you.
My man, you know how the game is played. You and me, we should work together. What do you think?
I think we
Shake
probably
things
should
up?
work together. Where'd you get those
I'm an
comfy pants?
entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
No worries. I'm not going to ask him about permit.
Anything for you. You
I asked
mean
about
these
the humanitarian aid
delicious
on that package.
pre-packaged shelf-stable meal kits? Really easy to cook, no hassle, really cheap too. Buy some, try them out.
No
Alright.
hassle. There's a little of a hassle here, it appears. A moral hassle.
Moral hassle, whatever. Well, if they're delicious, it's okay.
They're very delicious.
Probably missing a whole pile of things I can do. Stolen all this food.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Sounds good.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
No, I'm down. Browse
You
through the
find
box.
your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand, buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him. What are you talking
Haven't
about?
you
This
heard,
economy?
officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
Yeah, why?
Look around, officer. You see all these premium goods just sitting there, not getting bought?
This guy's pretty
We've
good
got to keep
salesman.
the flow of goods moving. Is this really the economy we want to leave to our children?
I don't have children, I think.
Too bad, officer. Kids make it all worthwhile. Without kids, who's going to be around to enjoy the economy?
Of course, I didn't even think of that.
Don't let me stop you. Open the box and browse a little.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport.
Sounds pretty good.
All in
Wonder what
different
color it
typeface.
is.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
It seems a bit expensive, but I'm buying
Gotta
that.
prepare for springtime, right?
You find your hands deep. The box smells.
Economical, but also
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra sim.
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Respect the speakers
These once
first.
respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found ultras. atop them.
The sneakers are a bit more exciting. than
A
the
small
speakers.
heat emboss on the veneer reads, "Solidarity Aid from the People's Republic of Samara." The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers.
The
The
sneakers.
sneakers are the stars here.
What about the speakers
These,
though?
officer? These speakers are Samaran garbage. I'm ashamed to even use them for props. Don't waste your time on them.
Samaran trash? That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictatorship of the proletariat.
Right, have a look at these shoes.
A pair of Faun Ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest Faun sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
50.
Only? That's madness. Faun Ultra. We're the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine?
Looks like they're pretty good shoes. Can I just buy
No
the
way,
speakers?
officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
I need some
Well,
speakers.
If you want them, but see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go?
That's a
I
good
can't leave
point.
premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground.
That's a good point.
If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
Damn. So you have to buy the sneakers first.
Right. He fucking outsmarted me.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box. A variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light
UV
into your pupils.
magnifier.
A UV magnifier.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
We gotta try for these good ones. Hey, what happened there? Water blue shades. Writing on the left temple says sub-insulinogenic rendezvous. Seems to be carved out of
Oh,
bone.
very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
This is
Sorry,
how
I
a
didn't
sea
laugh.
monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster.
I'm a sea monster.
Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue. Alright, but these actually make your vision worse. It's like literally being underwater.
But it's blue.
Wow, officer. You look so cool. And they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
Kim.
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
A man who knows his style. Much respect.
Right, he gave me money. I spent most of it at his store. But what I did get... I need to unlock a new slot. That'll be when so instead of choosing one of these, I can choose a new thought slot for finger pistols. was that? 4 gut feelings, and then perception 3. Oh well. I got this beastie. Extra composure. And Martial shoes. That's pretty low. Physical instrument. Ah. So, when I was over here before, I thought I saw a bag. Yeah, this did. So I get the bag. And now that I got a bag, I can pick up the bottles to get some money. But I don't know how many more people are just going to give me $10. So I just like spend straight away. I bet there's bullet holes in the wall, huh? Yeah. Cape Side Apartments.
Whoa. What? A bridge with loose nails
bridge.
and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever was
And
one.
let it come.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Why am I looking at this wall?
You have no clue.
Yes? Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide. I hope you don't take
What do you
this
mean,
the wrong way.
distinctive?
It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically. They say
How's
it's a
that?
scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
Interesting.
Yes, but containers contain things, shiny things. They're interesting.
That's racist. I don't prioritize containers.
I'm sure you don't. It's just a stupid interdepartmental thing. I'm making assumptions.
What's in this container?
Hey, what's that noise down there?
Farm hat.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
You hiding something?
There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice.
Okay.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Ask him if he's got anything to spare. Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Can I at least have a cigarette?
Apologies, but this is my last one.
The god himself has denied you absolution.
I need absolution.
I don't know that brand, but I'm pretty sure you can get Astras at the Frit.
Give me
I'm not sure
smoke.
that's a good idea. I'm
Shut
not
up
throwing
and
any.
throw
There's
it.
no way you'd catch that cigarette anyway.
What?
Yes,
Yes, I would.
really. Don't even try.
As you wish.
Seriously.
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run. My
Tell me your
name?
name.
My name is Martin Martinez.
Martin?
That's definitely not his real name.
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
You tell
I'd
me
even
about
go
the
so
hay?
far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We're working on it.
We will remove the body as soon as possible.
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Who?
Wait,
What?
is someone else investigating the lynching?
Pretty sure.
No,
I didn't.
not you. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Last week? I don't know. Look.
A downy blanket of white to cover up the miserable poverty of the scene.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
Yeah.
I had a friend over.
What
He was
kind
my
of friend?
Sunday friend.
Sunday
A
friend?
Sunday friend. How intriguing.
What's your friend's
He
name?
doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette.
I'd even go so far.
We will.
Oh,
Wait, is someone else?
no, not
And when?
last week.
A downy black.
You didn't answer.
It was my Sunday friend.
He doesn't reply.
No. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
This isn't the place or time for questions.
What?
Who knows who might be watching from the distance?
I just
hidden
made a
behind
check
the
and tried to get him
curtains.
to stay. Because my rhetoric or something told me to get him to stay. Can we meet again somewhere else?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding. There's snow gathering on his hair and on his shoulders. A speckle of white against the purple that hangs loose on his slender frame.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
Cigarette
But, hold on, what's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
Alright. He's walking up there, so he's giving me a clue. Look under the rock. So I saw that before.
He's gone.
Let's go.
No
Let's
point
get
in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
Okay.
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there. If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
Let's do it.
A stone, there's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments and the man can be in any of them. We'll just have to go in and see.
Yep. We'll just have to go in and see. I'm down, let's go in. New glasses. Shouldn't have paid $3 for those other ones. Alcohol. Won't let me drink right now. Up to the balcony. Let's go up. Rolling in the cash up here. Where have I had a crowbar in my hand? Woo. Someone's singing.
That isn't just a five-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers, the iconography of communism, in other words.
The communist
I'll
here
keep my
came.
armistice handy, detective.
Wish I had a gun.
He doesn't actually reach for his gun. The star
Inspect
and
it closer.
antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why
To
is it upside
symbolize
down?
the toppling, also some social. The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building us because white is the color of nothing at all yet. Right now. This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. Better whip out those cutters. This door has been closed with a padlock. The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, detective.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive
I'll
sideburns.
stick with this
The
jacket
name
for
on
now.
the
I
plinth
paid money
reads Kraz Mazov.
for it. Ah, so we've heard that name before from the war heroes. I think.
Kraz Mazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a theoretical historian. He was a leading figure in the Grad side of the turn-of-the-century revolution, where he headed the 9-day government.
I should
Mazov
11
is
there.
considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Why is
The
this
White
here?
Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Ah, so I found a communist apartment. And stolen his jacket. Whoa, $3.60 there. I'll have that. Postcard? Yes, please.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door.
Come on.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Well, this is the place.
Do I have to open the door?
Yes.
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Not everyone has awesome voice like this. I don't have
Let's
a warrant.
go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
I went into the other one without a reason. Clearing this apartment block out.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
I got a few
Go
questions.
ahead then. What do you want to know, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
I have a question about those
Ask away,
apartments.
policeman.
Who lives on
Oh,
that
that
padlocked
one
door?
is a scientist, a future scholar. I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study. Something to
Astrology?
do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
I think that's
A
communism.
symbol of what now?
It's an ideology.
The cleaning lady shrugs. The clash of ideas and atrocities are as far from her world. She mumbles some
I'm
kind.
looking for that
Yes,
guy.
yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
It's wanted for murder.
He's actually not wanted for murder. We just want to talk with him.
Talk?
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's
Right.
usually home in the evening.
I did say, remember room 28.
Thank
I
you.
did find it.
We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
We will, mate.
What happened here?
This looks so sad.
Put your emotions aside. Try to focus on abstract, impersonal things.
You can't flickerize an apartment with a hole
It
in
will
it.
still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, nothing of great value remains here.
There's always a little something
Indeed.
in the fridge. Money. Who the hell are you?
The streets will flow red once more, a great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
Sailboat by
The
the
streets
pier?
will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
Yeah.
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Yeah, well, when were you
Had a
last tested?
battery of tests just last week. I'm practically a patchwork of interesting critters. Kinda like a man-o'-war.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil. Red-dyed heavy fuel oil is only used in government vehicles, or at least that's the idea.
Yeah, what are you
The
looking at over there?
lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
A woman bought my gun from the pawn shop. Ah, I gotta speak to her.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the woman on the
Sorry.
boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Okay.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershore. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Who is she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
That's what I do best.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to Ozon.
Is that fuel
What
oil?
did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
You'd better hand it
Oh,
over.
what? You'll push me off this ledge and pry the bucket from my dead hands?
What are you doing to the
Can't
wall?
you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aerial graffitio visible from low orbit.
Okay.
I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
I've got an opinion on this.
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approved.
She means the opposite.
I ain't
Anything
no
about the matter?
snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant. Can't you? I
Now back
haven't
to this. Why are
really.
you so
This
committed?
place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium. I thought I'd mix it up. You know, have you
don't know
ever
what to
tried
like.
your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mono is here. We rarely see pigs round, yeah? Lying is cool. Watch your back.
Oh, this was interesting. Yeah, rich up here. I wonder if she painted that skull. It's a good one. Well, this is where Cindy lives, for. Yeah. Well, maybe. Oh, Pyrrhon. I love that shit. What do we got here? Hey. Some pants. I got my crowbar, I can get in here. I just stole Cindy's money. Alright, we're gonna talk to that, but we're gonna go talk to that kid first.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Yep.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the...
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening. We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
It's only almost 5, but then you're talking about tomorrow. What do you mean?
The smoker on the balcony. This is why we're here, right? He might know something about the murder. So tomorrow 9 p.m.?
Don't worry. It's mostly all still here. You can remember things. You got this.
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow,
9
9 p.m., right here. Apartment number 28. Good, let's go.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Remember, tomorrow, he's probably gone for today. No one answers.
We should return tomorrow.
One thing I just remember, I got my ledger here to interact with.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you.
That's Set the
It's
toilet
just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Maybe it's kitchen
If you
tissue.
want it to be kitchen tissue, it can be kitchen tissue. It's not though. It's toilet paper.
Take it
Still wet, the toilet paper, I mean kitchen tissue, sorry, peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
I'm gonna cut my finger, aren't I?
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. It is similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer the lieutenant mentioned. Didn't he say something about the headlights of his motor carriage? That you
This-
can read these there?
Is this what you're talking about,
What?
Kim?
Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
Ah, what
It
kind of
depends.
information?
Aside
Probably
from
my
an
name.
anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
Alright, we gotta get down to
Any
the car.
capable light with the right wavelength. Yes, RCM vehicles have headlights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks.
This means you can read the watermark
Okay,
while a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand. It's a sorry sight.
New thought, finger pistols. Start eternalizing. Yes. Alright, browse the white
They're not
pages.
exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What is this
Work,
about?
strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Okay.
What do you mean? Is that all?
Yeah, I have to open a case.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Fuck it, I got a pen, yeah.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
And then cross
A
out the ones I've already
satisfying
done, yeah.
slash sounds across the paper.
Fuck
You're
yeah,
done,
filling out my
seems
ledger
to
like
say.
a real cop.
And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia.
Yeah.
Now all that remains is to name the case.
Oh yeah. Kitsuragi, have you?
no, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man. I reckon the Furies are home in the mirror.
Furies. Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. And also, could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be? A good normal name.
Yes, yes, you know what that normal name is, but it's so plain. Anything else, please?
Shit on a
Ah,
stick.
yes. I have to tell you, officer, I don't appreciate ironic titles. Other officers will have to use this as reference. If it's idiot or cockfinger, they're not going to get it. They're going to think an idiot and a cockfinger were on this case. So, do you...
The setting
Okay,
sun.
okay. It's a good name, but it has one problem. This case has nothing to do with the setting sun. Something more concrete, perhaps? Do you have something concrete? Mundane, usual? Oh, well, then maybe I can suggest one.
Yeah, let me guess. The Hangman?
Oh, that's actually what I was thinking. The Hanged Man. I like that. A good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it
Fuck
the
off.
Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Naming
Yes,
convention.
it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name, a title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
And in capital
Yes,
letters.
all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The Guys on a Couch in an Unexpected Location and The Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Even the rare article-free Collapsing Tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Kim, all these use similar convention.
Yes, how very childish of you. In your and my defense, almost everyone in the RCM uses the titular system, in addition to the official alphanumeric. It's a
Wow.
holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
The square bullet hole
Again,
murders.
in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
Get on your
I pray his loved
Kitsuragi.
ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was work.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Can explain the system? I might check the yellow
In the
papers
back,
first.
you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like
Sorry if
marching
it's not
armies.
exciting
These look
YouTube,
like
but
official forms
this is the
waiting
game.
to be
I'm
filled
gonna
out.
check out my ledger I found a while back and forgot to check.
Then rip them from the binder and hand them out. According 3,
What
the
type of forms
topmost
are
are
these?
misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. A
Field
dozen pages
autopsy.
of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs. These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special
I
paperwork.
can find
The
people.
details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields, but they appear pleasantly vague. Yes,
Yeah.
all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
I'm like almost a policeman now. Alright, can I read the case files?
Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the Next World Mural. It takes about half an hour to piece one together using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
Well, we're gonna check out this
It would be
hole.
very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull.
But
that's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead. Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next? One day you may still catch the man with the square gun.
maybe.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden paper. It's
look at
made
the
of
clipboard.
dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Shake it.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it. The
What's
plastic
in there?
shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through.
How
With your
would I-
hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Alright, let's open it.
Is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
Oh, well, it didn't lose any more. We'll
The
smell the
acidic
ledger.
stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.